This needed to happen, and it finally did. According to reports, Karl-Anthony Towns and new head coach Mike Brown had a private meeting where they discussed what was going to happen next season. And recently, Karl-Anthony Towns revealed key details from that exact conversation. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. Inside details on the 2-hour dinner between Mike Brown and Karl-Anthony Towns. We are all excited for next season. New head coach, new additions to the roster. We all want to see what it's going to look like, including Knicks All-Star Karl-Anthony Towns. Recently, Cat was a guest on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. That's Carmelo Anthony's podcast. And on that show, he revealed he had a private 2-hour dinner meeting with new head coach Mike Brown, where they were discussing the expectations for next season. Here's what Karl-Anthony Towns had to say about that dinner discussion with Mike Brown. Roll it. Shout out to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn for giving us this following clip regarding Karl-Anthony Towns discussing the meeting he had with new head coach Mike Brown. Let's roll this following clip. Before we play this clip, as you can see here, the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn post before the clip plays says the following. Inside Karl-Anthony Towns' 2-hour dinner with new head coach Mike Brown. And the quote is the following. We have a chance to win a championship, and that's only going to happen if everyone's connected. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited to hear what Karl-Anthony Towns has to say about that private dinner. Without further ado, let's roll the clip.
I just came from having a 2-hour dinner with Mike Brown here. So this was the first time we actually met. We actually got to speak, talk about the team, get to actually know each other. We have a chance to win a championship, and it's only gonna really happen if everyone's connected, and everyone has to be fully invested into each other and into our goals. So kind of just really getting to know him, you know, the way he likes to play basketball, the way he wants to coach, the way he wants to operate practices and everything.
Oh, he practiced?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you guys have everything you need to win it all now? If not, what's missing?
Nah, I think we showed last year we did a lot. We did a lot with people saying we weren't using a bench and everything, but we still made it work, and we loved our team. Our locker room is really good, and that's what makes it special. When your locker room's that connected and can't be bothered by any of the outside noise and stuff, that's when you have a championship team, because at the end of the day, people will talk, but as long as everyone in that locker room believes in each other and in this goal we have, ain't none of that matter on the outside.
That's a fact, bro. We talk about that a lot on the show, where you could put the best roster, you could 2K it up and put all the fire names on the roster, but like you said, if you don't got the locker room, you don't got that cohesion, it's not gonna happen, man.
That was a great clip. Shout out to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. It's a great podcast. If you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, haven't watched an episode, please do yourself a favor and do that. Carmelo Anthony is amazing on the show, and there's a reason you need to watch it. But going back to what Karl-Anthony Towns discussed on the show regarding that meeting between him and Mike Brown, as we clearly heard there, that meeting was more of an introduction meeting between Towns and Mike Brown for them to meet, discuss expectations for next season, what expectations Mike Brown has for Karl-Anthony Towns, what he wants to see Towns do on the offensive side, the defensive side, what Mike Brown wants to run, understanding his mindset, how he wants to play basketball with this Knicks team, and even more than that, understanding the expectation is to win a championship. Now, we all know that. We knew that was the expectation once Mike Brown was hired. He acknowledged it. New York acknowledged it. Leon Rose acknowledged it. But now we have Karl-Anthony Towns, your all-star, a superstar on your team, that is stating to you out loud that in a private dinner meeting he had with new head coach Mike Brown, the one thing he left that conversation with is that the expectation is to win a championship, not be a very good team, not be a very competitive team, not take it year by year, not try next season, and then after next season, after Mike Brown has 1 year underneath his belt, then try to go for a title. No, that was not the discussion at all. Utilize the players and the roster you have right now. the roster you have at your disposal to try to win a championship. Even Carmelo Anthony asked Karl-Anthony Towns at the end there, do you believe you have everything you need to win a championship right now? And according to Karl-Anthony Towns, he believes the Knicks do. And so do I, because we were this close from the NBA Finals last year. And now, with a new head coach, a new voice, new additions to this bench, more depth on this roster, more players that we trust and we can go to, this Knicks team has everything it needs to be very successful next season, to go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, win it, and then go to the NBA Finals. Next season is wide open for New York. Karl-Anthony Towns understands that. Mike Brown understands that. And that's even more of a reason why the expectation is to win a championship next season. Even the odd makers believe that the expectation next season is for the Knicks to win a championship, because clearly, according to FanDuel, the official sponsor of this channel, it is clear the New York Knicks have the second best odds of any team in the league to win the 2025-2026 NBA Finals, only being beaten by Oklahoma City Thunder at plus 230. But the Knicks, right after them, they're at plus 800. Tying them are the Denver Nuggets and Cleveland Cavaliers, who are also at plus 800. And then right after them is the Houston Rockets at plus 900. And then everyone after them is even more of a long shot. That tells you that this is a five-man race for who's going to win the NBA Finals. OKC, the New York Knicks, the Denver Nuggets, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Houston Rockets. The Magic, the Lakers, Timberwolves, Clippers, Warriors, Hawks, Dallas Mavericks. Yes, they're all on this list, but look at their odds. They near double when you're looking at Orlando, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, and everybody else. It is very clear what the odd makers' expectations are, what Mike Brown's expectation is, what Karl-Anthony Towns and the rest of this team feel in terms of that pressure, in terms of those expectations. It's very real. And during that private 2-hour dinner between Towns and Mike Brown, that was made absolutely clear. The talent is there. The expectations are there. The pressure is there. And Mike Brown, more than anything else, is going to make sure he gets the best version out of this Knicks team. And how is he going to do that? Cat acknowledged it. Carmelo Anthony acknowledged it. It's through practice. Under Tom Thibodeau, this Knicks team would practice, but not a lot. And everybody knew that. Under Coach Mike Brown, this team is going to practice. And they're going to practice a lot. They're going to be running drills, running end-of-game scenarios where potentially the game is on the line and you need to understand what to do as a team. I am sure Mike Brown's going to be running those practice situations and a lot of other things as well. Mike Brown understands that when you practice right, your game is right. And when your game is right and you're taking all of this confidence into the next game you play, you're going to be a better player because of it. If you practice right and you treat the work the right way, good things will happen. Mike Brown understands that, and he's going to want to implement that next season with New York. After hearing that conversation that Karl-Anthony Towns revealed he had with Mike Brown, one thing is very clear. He wants the team to sacrifice for the greater good. That greater good, meaning winning a championship. So that may mean some nights you're not going for 40 or 50 points. Some nights your stats may be very low, even though you're a star on the team. But that's okay. You made the sacrifices, you invested in the right players, and because you did that, you have a victory to show for it. And that, at the end of the day, is exactly what New York wants. They want more wins than losses. They want to make sure that everybody has confidence going into each and every game, but they also want to make sure that during practice, they're understanding everybody's role, what they're good at, what their weaknesses are, and how we move forward as a team. And if Mike Brown is doing that on a consistent basis, I promise you, this Knicks team is going to be so much better next season than it was last season. And one main factor is going to lead that charge: chemistry. We did not have it last season. Going into this season, we absolutely do. But what about you guys? What do you think about Karl-Anthony Towns and that private 2-hour dinner meeting that he had with new head coach Mike Brown? Let me know how you feel about it in the comments section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.